Even if we didn't think we'd sell a lot, we wanted to sell at least enough for him to get his money back. Some of you might not know that I'm not in the club. Now that he has what his family calls a medical problem, he is in the hospital. The truth has come out. It looks like Ice Cube is talking about the bad things that happen in the showbiz business. The famous artist just put up a podcast on social media that has blown up the internet. Cube said that the leaders poked fun at Jamie Foxx behind the scenes. Everyone in the world is scared because of what Cube said. Since his bad health scare, Jamie Foxx hasn't been seen anywhere, and people are starting to wonder what happened. Stay with us, guys, because we know everything there is to know about this ongoing plot. Ice Cube, whose real name is O'Shea Jackson, Sr., is an American rapper. He has said some shocking things that have sent shock waves around the world. Ice Cube recently posted a clip from his show on social media, saying that he is not part of the insider club that has most of the hotshots at its beck and call. Some of you might not know that I'm not in the club. Cube then said that the people in the room are not part of the club either. You can see all the famous people who work in the business. Elites also spread the illegal plan to the people who listen to them. So, they make them a part of this supposed club by default. A lot of you who are listening to me right now are also not in the club. You might be thinking what this club is all about. Well, Ice Cube figured out how the top people in the business work. He said that the club wants all the important people to be under them, but they get mad when the big fish, like Cube, don't follow their rules. When you don't want to join the club, that makes them very angry. That makes them angry. Well, the so-called secret society is said to have a huge impact on the lives of its members, one of whom is supposedly Jamie Foxx. People say that Jamie has been on their list of people to kill for a long time. It looks like the business world doesn't care about anyone but itself. Ice says that all celebrities have to face this club at least once in their careers. I'm talking about the group of people who decide who gets in and who doesn't. People don't know that the gatekeepers are in charge of a lot more than keeping the public from finding out about this club. So it is not impossible that Jamie's current health problem has something to do with the wealthy people in Hollywood. You may already know that Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz were filming Back in Action before the death scare. However, the main lead caused a lot of trouble on the set of the movie. The Sun said that Jamie had a fit about the production, which led to the firing of 4 people. A source also said that there have been some problems on set and that Jamie has had a big breakdown over it all. He demanded that the problems be fixed right away and fired 4 people from the production team as if that would make everything better. Page 6 also said that the race star is thought to have thrown a fit and fired an executive producer, 2 directors, and his driver because of all the problems with shooting and the stress of production. Jamie got sick quickly, and neither his team nor his family knew why. Fox was taken to the hospital because he had a very dangerous medical emergency. But AJ Benza, a podcaster, told Dr. Drew Pinsky on his podcast show, Ask Mr. Drew, that Fox had a blood clot that caused a stroke and left him partly paralyzed and blind after he got a COVID-19 vaccine. He said that while Fox was making a movie, he was forced to get a shot. The podcaster said he knew someone who was there. The claim went popular on social media, and people on the far right, like Candace Owens, shared their thoughts. Their silence makes it seem like this claim might be true. We're all holding our breath to see if Jamie Foxx says anything. Even though his fans and loved ones are very worried about his mysterious health situation, it doesn't seem to be the same for Cameron Diaz. One of the most talked about theories is that Cameron actually made Jamie get the shots. It's kind of strange that Cameron hasn't talked to her close friend and co-star Jamie Foxx since April, when he was mysteriously hospitalized. A close friend of Diaz's told the Daily Mail that Cameron has never talked to Jamie and that she only knows what she hears. Also, Minutes of Horror showed that Jamie was told that his job would go downhill if he didn't get the vaccine that the industry recommended. Jamie Foxx was told, "You won't be able to work in Hollywood if you don't get the poke." Not surprising is that this is not the first time the business has done this. Ice Cube just now. In an interview with Joe Rogan, they came forward and said that he had been through something similar to what happened to Jamie behind the scenes. The Deadly Injection rapper said that he was also supposed to film a movie a long time ago, but for unknown reasons, the production stopped. He said that none of the makers in the business would hire him unless he got the poke they suggested. Hollywood has decided that no one who hasn't had a shot can work on a movie set. But Ice knew right away that the directors did not want him to do what they said. Someone bigger than them did it. Ice said that the fact that every director was asking for the same thing made him suspicious. If they weren't being told by someone higher up in the food chain, why would they all want to poke him? I'm like, but that's how every show is. So you're telling me that every producer in Hollywood must do this? Let me off the hook. Because ICE didn't want to get poked, he missed out on the show. The weirdest thing is that Ice didn't tell anyone about what happened, but the media still found out. It's pretty clear who told everyone, isn't it? I didn't tell people not to go get vaccinations. I didn't tell anyone that I didn't want to do this movie because I don't want to get a shot. But the news got to them somehow. You all know it's illegal to share someone's medical information without their permission. But even so, no media source had to change what they did. It's pretty clear that someone important did it. Cube said that it was just a trick to get him to agree to what they wanted. They want people to tell me that I'm stupid. The point is that Ice would have made a lot of money if he had listened to his bosses and gotten a shot. But when he didn't agree, they tried to get him to do it by putting pressure on him. Well, too bad for you, because it didn't bother Cube at all. You know, if you give me $9 million, I'll do anything. How can Cube be so stupid? And that doesn't bother me. Cube later said that the shot had hurt more than helped. Also, the elites got rid of a lot of police officers because they wouldn't get vaccinations. But later, it was said that some of the people who had been vaccinated got sick because of the side effects, so they had to hire more police officers to make up for the lack. They fired a lot of people, you know. I think that a lot of cops in New York were fired, and that's why they had to hire him back. And pay him back, pay him back. Back pay. But it is said that all cases like this one were covered up because the Guardians told them to. Someone in charge told everyone that they can't talk about it. From all of this, we can tell that Cube is a director and doesn't need to get movies because he can make his own. On the other hand, Jamie didn't have this kind of power. If Jamie had refused to get punched, Hollywood would have put him on a blacklist, which would have ended his career. Fans think that Jamie has been taken in by the elite's twisted plans. Oh, yeah. Ice Cube was in the ICU with Jamie Foxx. Because of the jab, I'd like to say a prayer for Jamie and everyone else around the world who has been hurt by the way our leaders are running things. Yesterday, Jewel Taylor, who is the director, talked to him. Yesterday, John Boyega talked to him. He is really, really healthy and happy. He'll be on the screen again. Soon, he'll be back at work. Folks, that's all for today. Until the next time, farewell.